left Wall Street and took stock in her own dreams. Her self-esteem increased when she set up her own business. Now she's helping women across the country to feel like $1 million with clothing that properly fits their body. So please welcome Jamak Khazra, founder and designer of Bluesuits. Hi there. We're both actually wearing two of your designs here, and we want to talk about, and we'll see those in the fashion show in just a minute, but first, I want to talk about how you got there. Yeah. You were on Wall Street before, and you loved your job, but it was still working for somebody else.
Yes. I had started designing at a very early age. Since I was 15, I had some of my items, which were actually hats, selling in the stores. And then I went to study classical piano, and I studied music for a number of years, and then went to Columbia Business School to get an MBA in finance to work on Wall Street.
Because so both sides of those brains. She has the creative artsy side, and all of a sudden the complete opposite, the very analytical side.
So what was interesting was that the designing of clothes and dressing women had always stayed with me throughout my life. So even though I was studying piano, I was still making my own recital dresses, and my friends and family. And later when I went to New York to continue my studies in piano, I continued making clothes and dressing my friends, and that turned into a home business where I was dressing professional women for a number of years. Yeah, because you were working on Wall Street, and they would come to you and say, you know, a lot of the clothing in banks or in a place like Wall Street are kind of men's-like clothing, if you will, and they kind of get boxy. And so what you decided was, I'm going to make clothing for a woman's body. For example, it cuts in right here. And thank goodness this wool suit I have, it has some Lycra in it, which means it stretches a little bit. So all those things that maybe some of the bigger designers might miss, you were putting into almost giving women custom-made clothing. Absolutely. And because of being in direct contact with my customers, I was very aware of the challenges they faced when they went to shop in the stores. And those happened to be anything simple, such as, oh, my pants fit in the waist, but fit in on the hips, but they don't fit in the waist, so I always have to take it in, or that the skirt was the same, or that the jackets were too boxy. So I set out to create a line of professional attire for women that had that kind of made-to-measure or custom-made fit, and took into consideration the unique body shapes that women had.
Now, we're talking about self-esteem today, and so it takes a lot of guts to launch off in full-fledged into that dream business of yours. But at the same time, what does it do for you?
It is amazing what it does for you. It makes you feel that there is nothing you cannot achieve. And it gives you the courage to take all the risks that you need to make your dream come true. So I am empowered. I had a passion, I followed it. I loved my job on Wall Street. It was exciting.
Probably not right now, though. A little bit different on Wall Street.
I found it also a wonderful opportunity, but my own dream was driving me and my customers. They wouldn't let me do what I was doing on Wall Street. So I decided that I was going to go for it, even though initially it seemed more rewarding to work for an investment bank.
Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at some of the styles you have. Again, more of your classic styles here. And so there we go with the gray pinstripe with that that kind of French blue shirt, which we see a lot on men. But this is very feminine.
It is very feminine because it's cinched in right here on the torso, and that's, no matter how much we weigh, that's our best feature. So we like to show a woman's best feature.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Also, most women are short-waisted, but in fashion, a lot of the patterns are cut on a long waist, and so it looks bulky on us. But like, take a look at this right here, and also cinching with that wider belt there.
Yes. And so Deborah is right. So our jackets actually tend to have a little bit of a high waist, and the dresses as well. So they work on petite women very well as on regular people. This dress is in a linen viscose, Italian linen viscose, perfect for summer times.
And perfect for a cruise if you got one of those coming up.
Or the derbies.
Yes, or the Thank
you.